Take a seat, make yourself comfortable. Are you ready? Because it's time for us to tell you that story. A story taking us on a journey off the beaten path in the land of the pharaohs. From gigantic canyons in Sinai to the majestic pyramids of Giza, and from the buzzing chaos of Cairo to the vibrant villages hidden from the eyes of the foreigners. This is Egypt. We touched down in Egypt on April of 2019. My father grew up in a little village called Singalf in the Egyptian countryside, and it has always been our first stop every time we would come, and this time was no different.
So yeah, we're going to the countryside right now, just to see the family and see how they are. It's been a long time I didn't come. Last time was 2 years ago, and looking forward to show that to Estelle too. To you, basically, because you're filming.
The car started drifting. Ramy's dad immediately pulled over and we all went out to check what was happening. Despite the cars and trucks driving a few feet next to us, we thought, damn, this trip sounds promising. We had a flat tire that we needed to fix. It literally exploded, but hey, it's normal stuff out there. It was not the last challenge we'd encounter for sure.
It's a more modest way of living. Like the houses are kind of these mud houses. You can still find people living in the fields and riding donkeys, and it's a different world actually.
Imagine another place, another time, where anywhere you look, anything you feel, any sound you hear is different. I had never seen a place like this. Nothing was familiar, yet everything was welcoming.
It's always amazing to see everybody and to spend this time with the people here. It's not about the place, or it's really modest, but yeah, you have a certain feel when you are in such a place that, yeah, this is a tuk-tuk by the way.
After we met the family, we went for a walk in the village.
I used to enjoy my summer holidays so much when I was there. I mean, as a kid, having such a playground. I was hoping Estelle would like that place too.
And I loved it. Ramy's dad spent the afternoon telling us stories of his childhood. They didn't have any bit of technology, yet they had all the creativity in the world.
One thing that is super funny in the countryside is that you meet like a ton of people, but you don't know them. And the thing is that somehow you are related. Like, I just met the brother of my grandmother. Grandmother is 90 now, and yeah, I didn't know him at all.
And then we were joined by my cousin Hameda. We went for a walk, having tea with people in the fields along the way, and snapping some pictures here and there. Then I started to get bored.
الجو دلوقتي مريح، يعني لو جيت بعد شهرين ثلاثة
تستوي بالظبط. الجو بقى حر جدا.
في حد بيأجر موتوسيكلات
عادي ممكن اكلم حد يصور
ولا توك توك؟
ممكن توك.
حد عنده توك؟
نجيب توك.
Hello.
my first time in Cairo, and the way people welcomed me here was just amazing. The family obviously welcomed me in such a warm way. I had the impression I had known them like for 10 years. But not only them, just everybody here in the village. It was just amazing, and I'm feeling really good.
It was time to go home, and my uncle was bringing us to the apartment.
So, هبعتها لمراتك. ويا لك هبعتها لمراتك. جيش بويسة تفهم.
As our journey in the village was coming to an end, we spent the night talking and sharing stories. As much as we loved every minute of it, we were already excited about our next adventure.
So there's this guy, Saleh. He's a caretaker in a stable in Hurghada that runs a riding school and rescues abused animals. If we wanted to go horse riding in Egypt, that was the place to go.
هو عامة الحصان بيحس جدا حيوان حساس وأذكى حيوان عامة. دي بني، دي فرحة. الحصان ما بيتعلمش بالضرب. الحصان ما بيتعلمش بالضرب، الحصان تعلمه بايه؟ انت بتحب ايه؟ اعمله لك. هعمل لك حاجه مقابل حاجه. ثقه ما بينه وما بين اللي بيتعامل معاه. وهي دي اهم حاجه مع المعامله مع الحصان عامه. يعني معلش في انستاسيا دي بسم الله ما شاء الله حاجه اعلى مني بكتير، مش بكتير يعني.
Before we went on a 3-hour horseback trip in the desert, we spent some time learning about their initiative and bonding with the animals.
This place is a little piece of heaven, a safe shelter for many broken souls. While they have their own horses, they train for the riding school. Anastasia and Saleh also take in abused horses that often come from touristic sites such as the pyramids. Spending the day with them was a pure delight. We admire their work and wish them only the very best.
The main reason we were in Egypt in the first place was that we had a project going on. We had raised some money to build urban farms on Cairo's rooftops. There's a documentary we made about the whole process on the channel, but here's a recap for you.
احنا هنا في مصر بيبنوا مباني على الأراضي الزراعية، فالأراضي الزراعية بدأت تظهر. فالمشروع ده هيبقى أوفر بكتير قوي عن الأراضي الزراعية، وأوفر في التربة، والزرع هيبقى صحي.
We need water on the rooftop, and he needs to connect the pipes, but he needs to connect them from outside of the building, you know? Not from the inside because it's not accessible, but from the outside. So he basically needs to climb.
It took us about a week to build the units with everything that comes with it. Electricity supply, water, training for the residents of the building. Once done, they'd be able to harvest pesticide-free plants every 2 weeks. And for Cairo, it makes a difference. Everybody worked on it, the kids, the teenagers, the adults, everybody was invested in the project, so we have a pretty good deal. More than the project, it was the people who made it magical.
The majestic pyramids. the Nile River, the ever-standing citadel. My memories are made of these. When I was a kid, I lived with my mother in Egypt for a few years. She would take me to the pyramids and we'd spend the afternoon together exploring the place. I couldn't wait to share this part of my story with Estelle.
Such an amazing feeling. You get here, I don't really know how to describe that.
Hikes in canyons, desert oases, off-road jeep rides, and midnight boat trips. That was what was promised by a travel agency called Gazef, which means risk in Arabic. We didn't think twice before jumping on their upcoming trip to the Sinai Peninsula to close this adventure.
Trop beau.
Thank you for watching our video. We hope you enjoyed it, and there's more to come. We just launched our podcast that you can find on any major platform out there. If you want to keep on adventuring with us, subscribe and learn from explorers, adventurers, athletes, and many other amazing people extending the boundaries of what possible means. It will sound something like this. About a second. That gives you barely enough time to understand what's happening. And before you know it, the road disappears. My sister sinks down on my right, my seat pushes me up, and then that noise takes over. For a fraction of a second, my whole universe is made of that rumbling noise, glimpses of branches and leaves and rocks twirling in the dark, and then nothing. As suddenly as it came, the noise is gone, and the forest falls quiet again.
J'ai fini.
C'est fini?